All right, this is a $25,000 bathroom reno. And today I'm gonna show you how to tile it. All right, so our bathroom reno has three major tiling portions. We have our shower, we have our tub area, and then we have our floor. In this video, we're going to focus on our bathroom floor. Because we have a curbless shower, it is very important to get your first couple rows right. We want to make sure that one, it's level, and then the first row is pitched a little bit into the shower because we don't want to flood the bathroom itself. If you missed the prep for this bathroom, make sure that you press this video and then come back to this video to see how to actually install the tile. All right, the first thing we have to do is warm up. All right, so our room is not square at all, and we want to make sure that we get a square line to begin with. So the longest visual line that we have in this room is this wall, so we're going to go off of that. So my tub is kind of like this by 1/4 of an inch, so the deepest portion, 11 3/4, which is the width of my tile, is right here. So from this point, I shot over to there, and then the same distance from here to there, and now I have a nice square line that I can put down right here and then transfer that over towards my shower, so then I know exactly where to start tiling. I'm having a little bit of a dilemma, and this is where like your personal tiling touch comes in. All right, so if I do a full piece, I'm going to have a smaller piece over here, and around the drain is going to look very off balanced. So what I'm going to go for, and this is just kind of my personal opinion on how I want to do this, is I want to center this one row on the drain itself. Then this will stay out here. And I'm going to then cut these two pieces of tile over here exactly the same distance. So this is 11 1/4. I'm going to go 11 1/4 this way. So then the pan itself almost looks like its entirely own kind of image, you know? I think having the balance around the drain will offset the 1 inch that we need to lose on here. Plus, this shower kind of will get a little bit bigger because I'll be able to slope this. And again, this is very preferential. The waterproofing is done, everything is done. So now the tiling is basically your own mark as a tile installer on what looks beautiful to you. And that's kind of what the customer is paying for, is what you believe will look the best. All right, so this first row, basically these first 2-3 rows right here are super important. What I'm going to be focusing on is, and you'll see me use a whole bunch of these types of levels here. I'm going to have a bigger level coming across these 3 pieces of tile to make sure it's level this way, but I'll use a smaller level to pitch in my first row of tile here. I want to have a slight pitch that way. Don't go too aggressive with it, but I want to pitch it back into the shower. This way, if any water comes out, because it's curbless, any water comes out, it will kind of make its way back that way. It's a little bit overwhelming to do this. Even to me, I'm like, oh my God, kind of freaking out about this. But in my head, I'm like, just do one piece of tile at a time, and it will work out. First 6 pieces in. It was a bit of a wrestling match. We have a bit of a valley right through here. In retrospect, I probably should have just self-leveled the entire bathroom, but you know, now you learn. So if you check here, we're nice and level all the way across here, pretty close. Then when we have that across 2 tiles, we're nice and level that way. But then when we check the level on this last row here, you see that it's touching this line, so it's pitched into the center of the, it's pitched into the shower there, and same thing with this piece of tile as well. So now what we're going to do is add one more row here, and then continue these 4 rows all the way through, and that's my goal for today, is to finish that. And then when we come back, the next video, we're going to finish the shower and this last couple of rows here. So make sure that you're subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss it, because it's going to be sick. So when we're doing our toilet drain, we just have just an old flange that we have laying around just for this purpose alone. We lined it up. Now I'm going to mark it off just like so, and then go outside and cut it. I know a lot of people say like, bro, like, you know, the toilet drain flange is supposed to sit on top of the tile. Well, yeah, if you're building a brand new house, but this is called a remodel, and that's why they make flange extensions, essentially, where it's like a piece of flange that you're going to add in order to elevate it. That's as simple as it is. All right, so we're outside. Now I'm going to cut my toilet flange. Essentially, we're going to be using our diamond cutter with our grinder, and all you're doing is first you're tracing this off like this, kind of like on its side, and then as progressively you keep doing this more and more, just keep the pressure slightly in, so it's basically grinding out more of that middle. Oh, puppy. So basically go like that. I don't have a guard on it because I'm a bad boy. All right, so that was one way that you could cut it out. Here's another way I mean, that's not that easy. It's pretty easy, but it's not that easy. So another way to cut these out is basically just plunge your... So you're just kind of doing like a mini angle kind of circle. Check it out. Here's what we got done today. We got these 4 rows going from wall all the way to the wall. We got the toilet flange cut out, everything that we need. Next, what we're going to do in our next video is to finish up 2 more rows of tile there and then do our shower pan. It's going to be a curbless pan with relief cuts, and I'll show you everything you need to know in order to do that. It's kind of intimidating, but it's actually super easy, and I'll show you exactly what you have to do. So make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, because that's going to be our next video, and I don't want you to miss it. All right, so to me, tiling is like Chinese food. You crave it, the first couple bites are amazing, but then somewhere halfway through, you're like, I'm over it and I'm full. But right now, I'm hungry, so let's bring it on.